Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. From the highest to the lowest vibrations, actualize your realizations of the formulas that you use. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Belief is important, but it shouldn't merely be our way. Nature doesn't allow actual overpopulation. One shouldn't merely criticize others, particularly elders and those of higher religious classes. From the most ancient times, religious sages have spoken of evolution and particles as small as atoms, or smaller. There is a hierarchy of beings, and within classes of being, piety is not mere outer observances. All the past sin can be wiped out in a moment of pure devotional practice, but such a state should be maintained. Life is not matter, but God is present and active in the continuing and originating of life. A sadhu can't have an opinion not in Scripture. Has to support everything by Scripture. They can put things in their own words, though, but, a devotee has a duty to other devotees. Duties. It is not a real secular state if a state gives any faith preference. Even a secular state should hold communities to their own religious terms. God's path has no idleness and will not be allowed to disappear among humans. Mythology shouldn't be subject to mere whims or allowed to pass into disregard. If we continue our spiritual path, God will make sure we have all we need for our life's duties. Yoga is more about speech than exercise. Yoga may result in astral projection to any place in the universe, often faster than could ever be imagined, even in the speed of light. Worship of God is shown by a material example. To intellectually, emotionally, and sensually serve God is not considered on the material platform. We don't have to compromise with our mind or body. In other words, don't be abrogated. If we are not controlled, then that gives enemies opportunities. We are to be satisfied with whatever level of provision we have. We are to pay careful attention to how the objective of life plays out. Avoid the comment of those who treat true mythology as if it is illusory or delusional knowledge only. Mayavadi, Mohavadi. Being on the material platform produces unnecessary guilt, shame, and fear. Yad pada padmam mahatam manoliber neshavetam brahma rasa savarthembeh lokasya yad varshate chasesho rattenas tasmae mavan drohyate Visva Bandhave. The lotus feet of whoever's a higher personality. With the bees of the mind, Yeah, this is where the whole Radha Swami bees thing comes from. Engages himself in transcendental bliss, seeking the nectar of the common sphere, which he fulfills and desires lead him to be seeking towards him. You are envious under the friend of the living entities within the three worlds. Well, that's the thing. Do the best with what you can, rather than focusing on, oh, they have more, or that sort of thing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, God of light, all attractive, God of sound, all enjoying. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The potency, the vibrations, they're here. We are getting information about the spiritual world through the vibrations of the material world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.